Right, I know it's early morning and I've got mad hair and I haven't had a wash yet, but Sian messaged me last night. I'm wearing the dress, as you can see, and no, I've not miraculously lost half a stone in 2 days, but Sian messaged me last night, and I think she was watching my vlog where I showed this dress the other day, and she said that because I'd stitched up the front bit here, obviously the dress wasn't designed to be like that, and she showed me hers, the first one that she did, and it is designed to just overlap at the centre front right at the bottom, but then the rest of it is supposed to be open so that you can lace it up. So obviously she recommended that I unpick it. Now I didn't want to do it last night because I was just too cold, but I've just done it now. I've unpicked the front. Now excuse my bra because I've got one of those like bralette things on underneath. But I've unpicked it literally just right down to where it joins the midriff, because obviously it's overlapped at the in the seam allowance there. And obviously I still need to put the eyelets in, but look, the zip is done up. Now it is super fitted, but then that's supposed to be the style, isn't it? And yes, the zip still needs putting totally invisible, because I've just basted it in and I've not gone right to the coils, if that makes sense, because I wanted to obviously try it on first. But I am super happy now. This, I mean, for two reasons. One, because it's done properly. I mean, I hope you can see. But two, it actually zips up now, and that makes you feel a bit better about yourself. But yeah, I mean, obviously there's loads of gapage here, but that's because it needs the eyelets and the cord tie in. So thank you, Sian. It fits. Right, I have just put my hair up because I'm going out later. I never go out anywhere. So yes, I'm actually out for tea with a couple of colleagues from work later this evening. So we're going at 5, and I'm on a bit of a mission today because, well, first things first, this dress, as you've just seen, is, it just shows, doesn't it, that if you don't quite get things just right, it can make a massive difference. So as I've just explained, I've unpicked the front there that I'd sewn over, and it was literally, well, yeah, it's probably about a good inch that I'd sewn over, so that makes a massive difference, doesn't it, when you're trying something on. So I do need to finish off the zip and get that fully invisible, which I probably won't do today because, well, just before I go on to that, do you remember me saying that I wanted to remake that dress out of the Atelier Jupe fabric? Well, this is the one that I've got, and it's this really lovely, it's like a teal green base with leaves and things, and I just think that will just look gorgeous as the 7537. Now, I don't remember how much I've got of this. I think I've got 3 meters, and I had 3 meters of this, and because I self-lined the bodice and the midriff sections with the same fabric, it means that I didn't have quite enough to get the length in the skirt that I wanted. So the skirt on that dress only comes to just below my knee, and I want this one to be longer. So I am still going to line it because I like the feeling of that bodice being fully lined. It just, I think, especially with it being for me, that's going to be a winter dress, and so will this, and I just want that extra layer, I think. So, because as I've explained before, I'm always cold. So I think what I'm going to do is just order some plain tealy blue viscose fabric that I can, unless I've got some in my stash, I might have some. I'll have a look. That might take me a while. And I think I'll line the bodice with that, so, and the midriff section, so, you know, obviously still do the facing out of this, and then I should be able to get the skirt midi length. So yeah, that's the plan, but I'm really pleased with that. That's good, isn't it? It's really good. So I've still got my coffee. Non-decaf, can't do non-decaf. I have tried it before, and to be honest, there isn't a great deal of difference, but I can't drink non-decaf in the morning. And now, just getting back to the fact that I'm going out later, and I mentioned, didn't I, the other day in one of the Vlogmases, that I'd got that wool fabric from Sherwood's, the wool suiting fabric, and I wanted to make the Victoria blazer. I've dug it out. Now, the only thing I'm worried about is I made this at the very start of my sewing journey, which is coming up to 8 years next year. And yeah, I love this blazer. I do love it. Now the only thing is, thinking back, that was when I cut out all the, you know, I would cut out tissue. And in many ways I don't want to open this because I'm pretty sure that I didn't trace it and I just cut the tissue. Oh, actually, I think I can feel tracing, because by Hand London, I was just in love with their patterns when I first started sewing, and I still am to a degree. They have very nice patterns, but there were some questionable drafting in the early stages. I think they've got a lot better, and this was no exception. I think I explained the other day, there's an issue with the bottom not, I think it's to do with the pockets. The pockets are too far back because they're right in the side seams, I think, and in a jacket it's too far back. So I'm not sure I'm going to put pockets in on this version. I think I will leave those off, but I'll have a look at the pattern pieces and see. But I love the fact that it's got lovely French cuffs, and the collar is nice, the collar detail is lovely, and it's just a nice sort of smart casual jacket that you can obviously wear for going out on a date night or whatever, as a bit of a cover up. So what I'm thinking is, I'm thinking about making this today to wear this evening on my evening out, and I'm going over to Mirfield. I'm meeting up with my colleagues. We're going to a place in Mirfield, which is West Yorkshire, somewhere I've not been before, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But I've got to be there for 5, which means I need to leave here probably by 4:20, because I'm thinking about the traffic and everything, because the traffic going over that way is a nightmare. So that's my plan for today, that I'm going to get this blazer made today so that I can wear it tonight, hopefully. And yeah, you used to get little by Hand London tags, look. Oh, isn't that cute? Right, now then, I did trace this, but I did cut out the pattern pieces, but I cut them at the biggest size. I mean, why did I do that? What's the point? I don't get why I've done that, to be honest. But anyway, I can't remember what size I traced, but I know that I need to alter it. Size 10. Seriously? Did I seriously cut out? I did. I cut out a size 10. Look, it's on baking paper. Size 10. Oh my god. Yeah, definitely going to have to recut that, because that ain't going to fit me now. Not at the minute, anyway. So, let's have a little look. These patterns only went up to, I'm not sure what size actually, 18 to 20. Now, you see, I don't know whether that's a size 10 US, size 14 UK. I don't know why By Hand London did this, because they're an English company. So I'm not sure why they did their sizing in US sizing. No offence to the Americans out there, sorry. But I guess, you know, I mean, they didn't put European sizing on. They've just put US and UK. I'm sure they've changed that now to say this is a very old pattern. So I'm going to retrace it anyway, because I do need to alter it. I'm going to, the length was okay. I think I probably add another inch on the length. But I need to alter the width of the bottom, because I needed to grade out for the bottom because it was too small. And yeah, so we'll have a look at that. But I've got essentially 8 hours to get this done, except I haven't got 8 hours because I will need to get washed and whatever, tart myself up and all that. Now the oil is supposed to be coming today for definite, because Martin got a text yesterday evening saying it's coming today, and I hope so, because it's pretty grim upstairs. It's really cold. Down here is not too bad because we've got the wood burner on, but upstairs it is pretty Baltic. I've actually taken, we've got like a little thermostat thing, a portable thermostat, and I've taken upstairs and put it in the bathroom just to see how cold it is, because even down here it was saying 16 degrees, and that's with the firing. So, and yeah, I know outside 16 degrees is quite tropical, isn't it? We would probably be wearing t-shirts, but when you're at home and not really doing much, that's quite cool. So yeah, so I've left that upstairs, and I'm going to have a look at that in about an hour's time and just see how cold it is. But The oil is supposed to be coming today, which is great news. What I am worried about is whether the boiler will just fire up again like that, or whether we're going to have more problems with it. I just don't know. We've never run out of oil before. I don't know how they respond to it, so we'll see. You might be wondering why I've not gone to work, because I think yesterday's vlog I did mention that I would be working this morning. However, when I got to work yesterday morning, bear in mind this was a new locum surgery that I was working at that I'd not been to before, and they weren't expecting me. And I showed them the booking, and because I've been booked for about 4 or 5 mornings, I think, throughout December and into January. And what they said was that, well, they'd asked me earlier on in the week if I could do an additional date, any additional dates in December, and the only one I said I'd do was the 30th in the morning. So they confirmed that one on top of the ones that they'd booked me for a month ago, which were the rest of the ones, including yesterday and today. And when I went yesterday morning, they weren't expecting me. What the practice manager said was that they knew about the 30th. That was the only one that they'd got me booked for, because all the other dates, they'd never come back to them on. But I'd got the confirmation. So anyway, it was a bit of a mess, to be honest. But fortunately, she said, we you know, now you're here, we could really do with you this morning. So I stayed for the morning. But she said, then she came back to me later on and said all the other dates were fine apart from today. They didn't need me for today. So that means I've got an extra day at home, which is very welcome. And no, leave it. So Martin's gone to work and I've got the day to myself. So I did think about going to the outlet, and I've been harping on about that, haven't I, for the last few days. But I actually really want to get this blazer done so I can wear it this evening. I don't know what the dress code is. As I say, I've never even been to this place before. It's called Capri's. I don't know what food they do or anything. I'll have to have a look. I haven't got a clue what my colleagues are wearing. I don't think it's a dressy thing because it's just the 3 of us. So I think, you know, just a pair of skinny trousers, my blazer and a nice top, I think will be fine. But that's why I want to get this done, because I think it'll be nice. I need to find a lining fabric as well, but the sleeves, I don't think the sleeves are lined. I think it's just the sort of body of the jacket. So I could potentially just use anything, just use a viscose lining. So yeah, I need to have a look at that. Right, I'm going to finish my coffee. I need to get some breakfast. So I'm just going to have some Weetabix and we'll get on with some sewing. And so essentially I've got, it's 8:30 now. I've got 4 or 5, probably about 6 hours. It's a bit like the British sewing bee, this, isn't it? Let's see if I can get a blazer done in 6 hours and you can all judge me. Right, let's crack on.
Whoa, oh, oh, la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da, making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. 'Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me.
Right, so before I get started on tracing off the pattern pieces, I have chosen some lining fabric. I've just been upstairs into the stash of doom, and this is the fabric that I'm using for the main body, which is this wool suiting that I got from Sherwood's. And I was thinking about lining, and I've just checked, and it is just the main body that's lined. The pockets as well, if you use the pockets, but I'm not going to do the pockets because I've checked the pattern, and yes, the pockets are right at the side seams, and the side seams actually sit quite far back. They're not, yeah, you'll see when the jacket comes together. So they're just not in the right place to put your hands in anyway, because you'd have to have your arms right back here. So I'm not going to put the pockets in, I'm just going to leave this as just a very casual jacket. But because this fabric is wool, it's beautiful, and it is quite drapey, but that's fine for this style of jacket. But I wanted to choose quite a nice lining, and initially I was thinking probably a viscose lining, but I think for the main body of this jacket, to give it a little bit more structure, I thought about going for a cotton. Now the sleeves are not lined, so that's fine. because obviously a cotton would be really awkward to get on and off. So, and I wanted something quite special for the lining, but I knew I'd got some nice special fabrics in my stash, so I've chosen this one, which is a Ruby Star Society cotton. I got this from, I think I got this from System in Taka a couple of years ago now actually, and originally I was going to make a shirt with this, probably something like the Gilbert by Helen's Closet, but I've got 1.5 meters of it, which is going to be enough, more than enough actually, to do this lining for this, and I just think those will look really nice together. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go for. So I need to get this pressed first, and let's get on with tracing out and altering the pattern pieces.
So good to see you again, to see you again. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hanging by the fire, chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, yeah. I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories.
I'm just making my breakfast. I've got everything cut out. Well, I've got the pattern pieces cut out, traced, altered and cut out. The only alterations I've done actually is graded out obviously for the hips, and I have lengthened it just to the longest length for the size 20, I think it is, 16, 20, whatever. Just, I thought I'll just add it on the end. And I have lengthened the sleeves by 1 inch as well. And then I thought, I've not even opened my Beyond the Pink Door advent, have I? So I've just been looking for it because I knew I'd shown it on the little clip at the beginning of the vlog, and then I thought, what have I done with it? So I thought, have I just left it in the actual box? So I've just had the box out, couldn't find it. So I thought, where is it? And this is menopause brain, isn't it? So I thought I'll just have a look in my other advent, and it's there. So at least I found it, because I was starting to have a bit of a, you know, racing heart and all that. As much as I love you, Andrea, something more important has arrived this morning. Oh yeah! This is the receipt, obviously. It's come. But I'm not sure whether I should put the heating on and have a look. But anyway, let's go sit down. I'm grabbing a coffee. I'm having a quick break. It's taken me the best part of an hour to just cut, trace and cut everything out. So let's go have a coffee and my breakfast, and we'll open this. But before we do, I just want to show you, I've just been upstairs. Well, I am upstairs, and I want to show you how cold it is upstairs. I can't believe how cold it is. Just give me 2 secs. So I'm taking you into our bathroom. I hope you can read that. 13 degrees. That's rather scary. So no wonder I'm freezing all night, every night. Anyway, I haven't even mentioned what I'm wearing today. This is a toaster sweater. It's the simplicity version though. And I made this probably 4 or 5 years ago now. And when I was sorting out my wardrobes a month or so ago, you know, when you go through that, moving all your summer stuff away and getting all your winter stuff out, and then you find things that you forgot you'd had, and I found this. So it's nice to wear actually, especially when it's 13 degrees in my house. So oil's come, hooray! We have a full oil tank again, which is amazing. However, like I say, I'm just a bit nervous about turning it on and just seeing if it's going to work. I'm worried I'm going to like blow the boiler again or something. That's the last thing I need. Oh, okay, let's just tilt you down a bit, and then we can open number 5. You see, I'm starting to think about, I have to really think now which number I'm opening, because I'm doing this every other day. This is really exciting. What have we got today? Ooh, what's this? It is a hand gauge. Oh wow, look at that. That's really useful, really useful. So it's a prim hand gauge, which has obviously centimetres and inches on as well. That's going to be really useful, because I do have a metal one, but I'm always, you know what it's like, you put these things down, don't you, and then you can't find them. So having this, which is really brightly coloured, I'll be able to sort of go to it straight away. Thank you so much, Andrea. I am loving this advent calendar. It's just amazing. It really is. The thought, not just the thought that's gone into putting this together and everything, but also the background work that probably goes into something like this, about thinking, you know, you've got, especially for the 24-day one, you've got 24 different things to think. What can you put in that's going to be cost effective, obviously, for you as a business owner, but also, you know, that's going to appeal to everybody. And yeah, you've just blown it out of the park. Right, I need to get my chocolate Weetabix and my coffee and then crack on cutting out the fabric.
It was the night before Christmas. I was closing down for business in my little present shop, when the bell on the door jingled once more, and then time almost came to a stop. But somehow I knew, and maybe so did you, that everything would change from now on. Yes, from this Christmas on, this Christmas on. We forgot what you came for, and in the coffee shop just next door, we talked for hours on end. And somehow we knew that we'd found something true, and that everything would change from now on. Yes, from this Christmas.
Okay, so it's just gone 10 o'clock and an hour and a half, and I've got the pattern all traced out, altered, and both the outer and the lining cut out, which is good. And I've had my breakfast in that time as well, so I'm doing okay. So I'm just looking now to see if we are supposed to interface anything. It didn't actually say on the pattern pieces, but I'm pretty sure the lapels and the collar and the cuffs will need interfacing. So I'm going to do that, I think. You might have just noticed, if you were eagle-eyed, that I cut the lapels a little bit longer. And the reason I did that was because I have lengthened the front and the back jacket pieces. And although I've lengthened them just to the size, the largest size, I've not added any extra on than that. I'm not completely sure that the lapels, because the notches, when I sort of put the pattern pieces together, didn't match up. So I've just added an extra 2 or 3 inches on the lapels, because they run all the way down the front of the jacket, if you look at the drawings on there. And I'm not convinced that the size I traced out will sort of fit. So I've had that before, where I've cut jackets and lapels out, and the collar bit, or the collar stand or whatever, doesn't quite meet the bottom. So I always tend to just do that, cut to, you know, a good 2 or 3 inches extra, then I've got a bit more to play with, rather than sticking it all on and then finding it's too short and you have to cut out another piece and then you've run out of fabric. So that's not good. Right, I am going to get my faff set up and I'll stick some vlogs on, because I know Sian's put a new vlog up this morning, and yeah, I can sew while watching some vlogs when the sun is shining outside, and I still haven't tried my heating yet.
I woke up this morning, I looked outside my window where children lighting up the Christmas tree, and the snow is falling. It reminds me of the good times, those winters we would spend just you and me. It's been such a long time, but tomorrow's Christmas Day, and I am on my way. I'm coming home for Christmas. Yes, I'm coming home to you. Oh, how much I missed you. Wanna spend this day with you. Yes, I'm coming home to you. Ooh. I can't wait to hold you. We'll be sitting by the fire and watch our favorite movies on TV. We can do what we wanna do. Walk under the moonlight and kiss under the stars. It's gonna be like we never were apart. Yes, I'm on my way. This time I'm here to stay. I'm coming home for Christmas. Yes, I'm coming home to you. Oh, how much I missed you. Wanna spend this day with you. Yes, I'm coming home to you. Yes, I'm coming home to you.
Right, so I'm mid-sewing and I'm just setting the sleeves in at the minute, and there's been a knock at the door. And this guy has just turned up with a gorgeous little gift, and he says, I don't think you're expecting this. And it says, to Rachel, thinking of you, love, Anna. Now I am assuming this is You Got Me in Stitches Anna. I don't know any other Annas, apart from a girl I work with, and she hasn't got my address. This is gorgeous paper, by the way. It's like Alice in Wonderland paper. It's beautiful. Oh my word! Oh, Anna! This is definitely Anna, You Got Me in Stitches, because look what she's bought me. A pink poinsettia. Anna, thank you so much. That was so unnecessary, but so kind of you. Oh my word. This is because obviously the other day I was saying that I'd been to the florist to get a pink poinsettia and they didn't have any. And Anna must have gone out and just bought me one. Anna, you darling, thank you so much. That is so kind. I need to find a pot for this now. That's so beautiful. Thank you. Right, you're a bit wonky. Sorry about that, but I'm almost done. It is about 20 past 12, so it's taken me just under 4 hours from start to finish. And that includes a little break for breakfast and a delivery driver. So I'm just turning my jacket the right way out and hoping that everything looks okay. I think that's Martin just messaging me because it's lunchtime and he always messages me at lunchtime. Now the only other thing that I need to do with this is, apart from the back hem and pinning the lining armholes in place, there, and giving it a good press, it's looking good, is I've got to sort out this back lining, because I do remember from before that the lining at the bottom, even when it's hemmed, tends to bag out a bit and hang down. So I am going to just give it all a really good press first. Love the little French cuffs. That's what I love about this coat. I think it just looks so nice, but I think that lining goes really well. I have done a Hong Kong finish on the sleeve hems inside, like so. Hopefully you can see that. So the sleeves are bias bound, and I've also bias bound the armholes of the lining as well, because as I said, this is an unlined sleeve jacket, if that makes sense. So I'm going to give it all good press, and then just probably take a sliver off this. That's Martin. I'll be a minute. So I'm just hand sewing the armholes, and I've got the sad face on again, I'm afraid. Martin phoned, and his first question was, has the oil come? And I said, yes. Have we got hot water? I don't know, I've not tried it. Go try it. So I run the tap, no hot water. Go out and check the boiler. The boiler is absolutely fine. There's no leaks, there's nothing flashing, or there's pressure in it. And you can hear the sort of background hum of it, so it's switched on and everything. We've switched it off, switched it back on again, but it's just not wanting to play. So much as I thought it probably would be, because that's me being the pessimist again. We still have no hot water, so I don't know. So I mean, he's at work. He was hoping the oil would have come yesterday, because then he could have like sorted it, because he was off yesterday, and he's working all weekend as well. Friday, isn't it? And we're left in this situation again. So it looks like strip washing the sink is going to happen again today. I've taken photos of it so that he can get in contact with the engineer to see if he's got any answers. I don't know. God, mad hair. It's done. Do you want to see? Shall I show you? There we go. So this is the Victoria blazer with this really funky lining, and I'm super happy with it. I haven't tried it on yet because it won't go on over my jumper, but yeah, it's got the little French cuffs there, and love the lining. I think that works really well. And I have added, if I just take it off and show you, I've added a little label inside. Where are we? There we go. I thought that one was pretty apt for me, because every time I reach for this I can read that and think, yeah, we're doing okay. This is a label from This Is For Makers, so yeah, I like it, really happy with it. As I say, I bound the armholes. In total it has taken me, what time is it now? 1 o'clock. Yeah, 1 o'clock, so it's taken me 4 hours, I would say, taking into account the fact that I had breakfast and the odd little interlude, shall we say. So that's not bad to say. I've done Hong Kong finish and bias bound seams on some of it as well, and it's lined, so it's not bad, is it? So yeah, I'm super happy with that. Right, I'm gonna get some lunch once I've had a coffee. Piper's asleep on the sofa at the minute. There he is, look. I'm gonna get some lunch and then I'm gonna take him out for a walk, and yeah, then go about trying to get myself tarted up for a meal out later. It's still a bit wonky. There we go. Right, I'm back. It has just gone 3 o'clock, so I'm gonna have to get a wriggle on soon, but I'm gonna make myself a coffee first. Have a coffee, only third one of the day. I've come home to more mail, boring bills, and a couple of bits and pieces. So I think this is my So Hayley Jane box. So I've been getting this for the last few months, and I'm really enjoying it actually. But I've never done an unboxing before, because loads of other people do, don't they? So, but I'll do one today because it's Vlogmas. I ordered some vintage buttons and oh, they're really pretty. I don't know if you can see these very well. Can you see those? They're like little pink flowers. They're really pretty. I haven't got them for a specific project, but yeah, I just thought they were really pretty and they weren't expensive. And these, this is, I think, oh, let me just see. Oh yeah, I can't show you this because this is a present for somebody who watches my channel. So they will go to one side, and then let's open the So Hayley Jane box and see what we've got this year. So I get the classic box, which is the middle tier, I think it is. Oh gosh, I've got bits going all over. So Hayley Jane, yes, I get the classic box, which is the second tier. So you get two and 2.5 meters of fabric and a few other goodies as well. So let's see what we have today. Oh, chocolate coin. Well, that's gonna have to be eaten, isn't it? With a cup of, oh my word. I'm excited already. So obviously you get the little booklet. I'm excited to have a read through that later. Another chocolate coin, so I've got two. I wonder if that was a mistake. Oh, a gorgeous pin. That's beautiful. Look at that. That's absolutely gorgeous. I really like that. That's so pretty. Wow, that's gorgeous. And then we've got another little bag. I don't know what's in here. What's this? A selection of buttons. Probably more for crafting, I would think, than... I suppose you could use it for dressmaking, but this... Oh gosh. They're all different colours. I can't show these. Look, you've got a sort of purpley one, a red, clear, and a yellow, and they're just looking really blurred, aren't they? They're I would use those for crafts, not for dressmaking, because that's not my style, but you could use them for dressmaking. And you get the fat quarters, so the Christmas themed this time. So there's that one, that red's gorgeous, and that one with, oh my word, Pride reindeer, that's what I'm going to call those, Pride reindeer. And Pride Christmas trees to match, look. They're gorgeous actually, and some of those will go with those other ones that I showed you last week from Dashwood in my Christmas quilt. So that's cool. And then the fabric, wow, this is really glitzy. Look at this. It's like a two-tone, I can't remember what they call this type of fabric. It's not taffeta because it's quite drapey, and taffeta's usually quite stiff, isn't it? Yoyu, that's it. It's a Yoyu chiffon. That's exactly what this is. And this is really nice actually. Sometimes these fabrics can feel very plasticky, I think. This doesn't, it feels very soft. So it's obviously nice quality. So that's gorgeous. And obviously you get the matching thread, which is beautiful. So I think, do you know what this would make? This would make a really nice skirt. I don't think there'd be enough to do a circle skirt unless you did a panelled one, but you could certainly do either an A-line or just a simple gathered skirt with a elastic waist, and a nice sort of fitted black top would look really nice, wouldn't it? Lovely, that's really nice. So yeah, super box for Christmas. That's lovely. Right, I am going to make myself a coffee because it's now 3:10 and I need to be getting ready because I'm going to have to probably leave in an hour. Yeah, you don't want to watch me having a strip wash at the sink in the kitchen. That's going to be no fun for anybody, and as much as I love you all, I am not sticking my naked butt on YouTube. Okay, I'm ready. It is 4:10, so I need to get going soon. But I thought I would just show you the finished jacket. So I'm just going to tilt you down. You can have a little look. I really like it. It's just exactly the sort of thing that I was looking for. Something fairly casual. And yeah, the side seams are literally here. So if you have the pockets in, your arms are literally right back here. So I didn't bother with the pockets, but I love the lining. I think that goes really well. I think the only thing that really bugs me about this pattern is that you can see the lining peeking out all the time, and I think it's because really it needs a facing. On the lining piece is essentially the same as the outer, and I think what you need to do is amend it so that you've got like a facing that you attach to the lining, and then at least you won't see. I mean, obviously it's a nice lining, I get that, but it just makes it look a little bit, I don't know, what do you think? But I do really like it. I think it's lovely. I'm wearing it with a little leopard print skirt, which is my favourite. In fact, I'll just tilt you down a little bit more so you can see. It's my favourite skirt pattern, which is a Butterick Easy Skirts pattern, I believe it is, and just a little roll neck top. So I would prefer to wear it with some black ultimate trousers, but I haven't made those yet. I have got the fabric, but just not got round to it. So, but no, I do really like it. I think it's nice. So yeah, I pressed all the seams with my clapper because obviously this is wool, and I mean I am wearing it over a little jumper, and I graded between a size 10 through to a 14, and that's the US size, it's not the UK size. I do think it's probably just a little bit too big on the hip. You know, I mean, it can cross right over at the hip, and I think really it's designed to just sort of meet. So I really probably should have gone down a size, but otherwise I think it's a nice fit. It means at least I can wear it this time of year over a jumper, which is very welcome because it's very cold. Talking of being cold, it is 14 degrees upstairs. Let's hope Martin can sort this boiler out when he gets home from work. Anyway, I'm gonna have to go, so I will see you when I get back, because as I say, it's not a late night. It's gonna be a, you know, a fairly sort of easy tea out, and I'll have to be back at a decent time because Martin cannot do Vlogmas until I'm back. So I'll see you later. Bye. Hello, I'm home. And I've had a really lovely meal out. We went to a place called Capri's, which is Italian. It was gorgeous food, absolutely beautiful food. So I'm home, it's not too late, but some really good news. We have heating and hot water. It's so exciting. So yeah, I'm just delighted. The house feels warm and snuggly. We Martin had to get the engineer back out, and bless him, he'd been at work all day. It's Friday night, but he said he'd come, and he came and he had to pump it all through. There was a massive airlock because our tank is quite a distance away from the boiler, but it's sorted now and it's bliss, almost tropical in here. Martin's just like looking at me from behind the camera because he's desperate to open calendar.
Vlogmas. And while some of us have been out eating Italians, I'm having to have a fish finger sandwich for my tea after a long day at work and trying to sort.
I've been working hard all day. I've been making a blazer. It was hard work.
Piper. Oh!
Oh, Piper's just
quit her out. Come on. Come here.
Vlogmas time.
Come on. No. Oh, well. And we're on number 10. And we have a can of beer, just for a change. And it is Embrace the Opaque.
Oh.
Hazy Jane Peach.
I can't see the name.
There you
That's
go.
it. Piper certainly seems to think that's... What? What are you saying? What are you saying, Piper? What are you saying?
He says, what's that you're pointing at me? I know.
What is
Tell
it?
her.
I know. So I've just come on just to say goodnight to you all. I want to get this uploaded. I'm here with a glass of Prosecco. Obviously, because I've been out and driving, I had a mocktail, which was rather nice. But it's nice to sit down in a warm house with a glass of Prosecco. We're on quite a journey in Vlogmas in Stitched Up Land, aren't we? So yeah, let's see what the next couple of weeks brings to lead us up to Christmas Day. Anyway, cheers, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.